Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So today we are going to be doing the Warhawk versus the Overdrive. I did that the wrong way around. So this isn't really a versus video, I guess you could say. It's more of like a what should you buy, because they're obviously both extremely different vehicles. I mean, you could sort of use the Warhawk for a car if you really wanted to. But like, it's obviously not really its main purpose. It's actually really smooth and easy to drive around, if I'm being honest with you. But anyway, so this is obviously the Warhawk, and then we have the Overdrive, which I did a video on that like last week. So you should know all the stuff about that. So first we'll be doing a speed test, and then I'll just tell you all my thoughts on both of them. That worked out really well, actually. And then I'll tell you all my thoughts on both of them and like my recommendations. It actually does also depend what vehicles you have as well. But anyway, so we will start the speed test in 3, 2, 1, go. And oh yeah, so we 10.94 seconds. Okay. So we will also be doing with the Overdrive a Nitro and a non-Nitro, because obviously when you're driving around the city, you're likely to use Nitro. But remember 10.94 seconds, because that's what is probably going to be the closest of the board. So now, if we use a Nitro. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. It's obviously going to be much faster. I'm expecting 6 to 8 seconds and 6.88 seconds. That's actually really hilarious. I did actually say 6 to 8 seconds, not 6.8 seconds, but like, you know. Okay, so 10.94 and 6.88. So basically 11 and 7 seconds. 11 seconds, 7 11. That's pretty easy to remember. And now we have the good old Warhawk. So I'm not expecting the Warhawk to be as fast, because you know it's jet. What you really expect. However, we are going to have to start like a bit over the line, because you know it's a bit. Actually, you know what? We'll try this. Let's see how that goes. Nope. So maybe a bit further like that. Oh, that should work actually really well. Yep, that works almost perfectly. Okay. Alright, so now Warhawk. So time to beat is 6.88 is with Nitro, so that's going to be what you're using at 3, 2, 1, go. And also, obviously, we have 10.94. So, yeah. Anyway, so now as we get to the end, so actually 11's 17. So I'm pretty sure that these cars are the exact same speed. Obviously, the Warhawk doesn't have Nitro, but I'm pretty sure in like vehicle terms that exactly the same speed, which is interesting. It's obviously not like it's more of a like rounding thing sort of thing, to be honest with you, because like obviously milliseconds you can't really get it perfect. So now that we've done that, I guess we'll do the large speed test. First I will actually have to real quickly see if the Warhawk can fit inside of the tunnel though, because then we'll have to do another one somewhere else. And I know where else we can do it as well, so let's just see. Can the Warhawk go inside here? Yes, it can. Right, sweet. So, I think, because we're in the Warhawk, we'll start with the Warhawk. Actually, never mind, I don't think we'll start with the Warhawk, I lied. Why? Because unless we get it absolutely perfect, which we did not. So, Overdrive first. And then we'll do the Warhawk next. So I have done a speed test on the Overdrive, quite a few few times. I can't remember how much it is, so we're gonna do it again. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so now that we are going, so these are both pretty good vehicles, to be honest. But I'm gonna tell you my thoughts now. But to be honest, it actually does really depend, because say if you're wanting a $4 million vehicle because you're a big grinder, 5-7, and you're wanting to just jump up straight to $4 million vehicles, and you want to get Nero Overdrive or Warhawk, so it's basically essentially two types of fast cars, or that are basically identical, or a jet. So we're coming to the end. I'm going to concentrate. Done. So 52.7 seconds. So I don't want to spawn it there. So it actually depends quite a lot, to be honest with you. Because so say you're using the Vapid, or you're using the Widowmaker and you have the Falcon, then I mean the obvious choice is going to be for the Overdrive. It would be a lot smarter to pick something else. But anyway, 3, 2, 1. It would be much smarter to pick something like the the Roadster, if you are using the Falcon. But I think if you're using the Roadster as well, there isn't a ton of difference between the Falcon and the Warhawk. It's obviously faster, but we'll do that in another video. We'll do that comparison in another video. So it does actually really depend on what vehicles you have, to be honest with you. Like, if you have a fast car already, like the Fury, then 100% go to the Warhawk. There is absolutely no reason for you to buy another fast car when you don't have the Warhawk. Okay, and stop. So 55. I think this isn't my bias. It could definitely just be because I accidentally cut some corners, though. Because obviously, you know, I can do that with the Warhawk. I can just go like that. And if I really wanted to, I could take a really large cut and then go like that. But you know, so now I think we're going to go do some tests of like going from, say, the Pyramid to the Criminalist, just because why not? And I'm going to continue telling you my thoughts. But I think, well, first of all, it's not like, it does really largely depend on what vehicles you have, because even if you don't have any vehicles and you just have 4 million and you're just like, oh, what should I buy? A Warhawk or Overdrive? I don't think you should buy any of them if you don't have any vehicles. However, this comparison is, I don't really know, but anyway, so 3, 2, 1, go. So I think the Warhawk does actually serve really well as like, because it can actually be a car as well. As you can see, it literally took us 16.4 seconds to get to the ground, all the way from the Pyramid, and the Warhawk. And you can actually also use that as a car, as I'll show you now. Why you would want to use that as a car, I have no idea. Please open, thank you. Don't close on me. Oh my gosh, okay, there we go, open. This is just a bit difficult going on, there we go. So you can use this as a car. It's a bit difficult to slow down, but obviously you just press the to slow down. And then you speed up. Yep, speed up. Yep, there we go. And then, so, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could use this as like a mega size car. Why you would do that, I have no idea. But to be honest, it's actually, as a car, this is just my general opinion, it probably is more practical than the Warhawk, because it obviously doesn't glitch around and bounce around that much. But anyway, now time to do the overdrive. So it was 16 seconds or 15 seconds or something like that. I can't actually remember. I have terrible memory. Okay. I mean, it's obvious that it's not going to be anywhere near as fast. Especially because I did that. And I will actually, I think I will, oh my gosh, okay, never mind, we will not include that. I was going to say we will include the crashes, just because, well, you know, it's likely that you're going to crash. But can't really include that crash, because that's time to unfair, so we will just go back to the pyramid and pretend that that never, ever happened. That's the wrong vehicle, I didn't even mean to spin that, oh well, whatever, I'll use it. Right, so, overdrive, so, first test of the overdrive, of going back to different places, so, let's test it, 3, 2, 1, start. So, it's highly unlikely to be as fast, obviously, because this is, I mean, it's cars, it's not legit, it's the cars. Oh my gosh, I swear to living God, that pole is like the most annoying pole in front of me. Okay. I promise that this time I won't crash. If I do, then I'm literally just gonna give up. I swear I'm a better driver than this. Oh my god. Actually, I think I might use the front of it. It's fantastic. It goes across land well. Okay. So. Again. Overdrive. This time, I will try my very best not to crash it. But I can't make any promises. If I do crash it, then, well, yeah, I'm just gonna give up. So 3, 2, 1, start. So, I think this is definitely more of a test of how much faster the Warhawk is, instead of, like, what is faster, because it's, like, extraordinarily obvious that the Warhawk is going to be much, oh my gosh, much faster, because, you know, there's not really how? I'm just gonna give up. I don't even care. I don't actually, I genuinely have no idea why. Maybe it's because I'm being put on the spot. No, I'm not really being put on the spot, because I put myself on the spot, but like, you know, whatever. Just pretend that never happened. And we will try do this again with some majesticness. You know, that just doesn't work. What if we go back over here? And then I don't like that bump. That bump is probably like my least favorite thing in the whole entire game. It's so frustrating. And then what if we slow down? It's how? Do you have to like slow down, like, literally? Do you have to slow down like literally here so you don't crash this? And then you can go to the front place. Okay. Anyway, so we'll just pretend that never happened. And so it's very obvious that the Warhawk is going to be faster. But if you do just randomly for some reason want to buy a $4 million vehicle first, and I would 100% go with the Warhawk. But again, if you already have the Falcon and you're using like, I don't know, the Tracer or the Inferno or the Fire, then don't. If you are using the Roadster, then I would also go for the Warhawk. Roadster and Falcon. So I'll just show you the Falcon real quickly. If you don't know what it is, this is the other jet. It's $1 million, so it's the same, and it just has carpet bombs. It doesn't have any form of, you know. So this is the Falcon. It's actually a relatively quick vehicle, to be honest with you. It's definitely not slow, and it works well. It was my good vehicle that I used for a very, very, very long time until I bought the Warhawk. But I think personally, when I'm grinding with things, like when I'm grinding houses, for instance, I use the Warhawk to basically get everywhere. Apart from in between the Apple Store and the house that's over there, like by the Apple Store, I would use the light bike. But other than that, I would go to the Warhawk with it, and it's definitely much faster in getting around. So yeah, overall, I think you should definitely go for the Warhawk, because it's just generally a better vehicle than the Overdrive. It's a lot more practical. It's not going to crash or anything. So yeah, so that's it for today, and I'll see you all in the next one. I think, comment down below if you want to see me do Falcon versus Warhawk, because that's obviously, you know, if you're planning to buy the Warhawk, but you have the Falcon if you're choosing if you'll actually benefit from it and that despawned. So anyway, see you later.